Right. Hello, MLS Listings subscribers. Welcome to another edition of MLS Listings live episode. And sorry about that. Obviously, my name is Dave Scalora. I'm filling in for Mark Messimer today. We've got a great show, some great hosts, or some great content for you, some great guests. A little later in the show, we'll have Jeff McBride on, and he's going to go over the new pro support site, and we'll have a little fun with that. We're going to give away a few gift cards there for anyone who can stump the knowledge base. So we'll see how we do on that. But first off, what we want to do here is we're going to lead off with Tom DiRezzo, because we got some easy login to talk about here. So there's Tom as he comes on in here. For everybody, Tom is a senior project manager, and he's going to go take us through. Obviously, you probably noticed on our screens when you're logging in. Tom, how are you doing today?
Hey, Dave. I'm doing great. Thank you for having me on the show. Normally, you can tell from my appearance, they kind of keep me in the back room developing stuff, but we've got something good coming out, and I want to tell people about it and excited to do it.
Fantastic. Yeah, thanks for coming on. So I guess we'll lead off with the first thing, just, Tom, with this new easy login, why did we do this? Is it, was it something that obviously we felt we needed to do?
Well, so, the reality of the internet is that there are bad people out there are hackers out there, and security is becoming a bigger and bigger thing. So we needed to up our game a little bit on the security side. And then we also, in the long run, want to make it much easier for people to log in. So when we first designed the Pro Portal, it was never designed with the thought of mobile devices. And we can see that more and more real estate professionals are using mobile devices. They're out on the road, they're meeting with clients, they're showing homes, and they still want to have all of the access to the Pro Portal. And today, using the Pro Portal, you have to, zoom in on the screen and tap in. It's a real hassle. And so this new easy login helps people get into that much, much faster, and it paves the way for a whole new Pro Portal that we're working towards, but that's more towards the end of the year.
Gotcha. Okay, so security, easy use, and that whole mobility thing, right? It's the world we live in today. Everyone's on their phones or some kind of tablets. So I'm all for it. Now, this is going to be a two-stage process, Tom. Is that right?
It is. And actually, we did launch stage one back in February, and the easy login phase one, which was the option for people to, if they have a Facebook or a Google account, to go ahead and link those to your MLS listings account. And that way you just have one less password, one less ID to remember. And basically the way that it works is Facebook and Google vouch for who you are, right? They verified your identity, and so they vouch for who you are. We do not, by the way, get any private information from Facebook or Google. We don't see any posts. We don't have access to pictures. We get nothing except literally what's called a token that says, this really is Dave Scalora that's logging in right now.
Right.
And the other thing is we don't give them any information back either. They know that you're logging into MLS listings, so they can sort of assume that you're in real estate, but I'm guessing they probably knew that already. So really it's a lot of people are uncomfortable with it, but it's really tried and true. In fact, I'd say we're maybe, a little bit on the late side in terms of getting on the bandwagon with using this easy technology. So that was the first phase. And
gotcha. That's first phase. Okay.
Yeah, and I think there's like over 1,500 agents that are already using either Google, so their Gmail account, or Facebook to log in. And when they do that, the next time they log in, it's literally tap, and you're in. So there is nothing easier than that.
So all you have to have is a Facebook or a Google account, essentially. And I've done it, and it is a tap. It is real easy.
Yeah.
I suppose stage 2, though, so not everybody, is on social media.
Yeah. And we recognize that, and we realize, that that's a valid case. And so we also have what we're launching next Tuesday is create your own login. So, I talked about security and the need for security. So one of the things is your DRE number is public information. Anybody can look it up. They can go to the Department of Real Estate, State of California, and find your DRE number. And so we're giving people the option to create their own login ID that's immediately going to be safer because it's no longer known to everybody, and it can be something fun for you. And so that is an option. If you do want to, because you're just used to using your DRE number, you can still do it. It is less secure.
Gotcha. So you don't have to use it. Both trying to do just secure. Obviously, we talked about, but both manners you can use. I know we have a video out there on YouTube for the first portion you mentioned, which is pretty simple coming in and it's a one-time step, right?
It is one time. And so, when you create your own login, we also need to validate that it really is you. And so there is a couple step process. And actually, is it okay if I run through it right now?
Fantastic. Yeah. Questions there. Looks good. I see. Looks like we're looking at your screen here, Tom.
Yeah. Okay. So hopefully this screen's familiar to everybody, except this MLS access area is going to maybe look slightly different come next Tuesday. And so we have our agent, Brandon, and he's not signed up for Easy Login Phase 1. And he's just going to come and do his work as he always does. So he's going to click on Continue to Sign In. And when he does that, he's going to be asked to put in his password, just as he normally would. So nothing has really changed. But starting on Tuesday, you'll see this new screen, which allows you to choose to either create your own login or sign up with Facebook or Google and link those accounts. So those are we really want you to do one of those two things to secure the account. Now, however, very important is there's also down here in blue, skip now and continue to pro.mlslistings.com. It should only take you 5 minutes to do it, but we realize that it's got to be 5 convenient minutes for you. So if it's not convenient at that time, you can just click on that link and you can go directly to the Pro portal and yeah. But in Brandon's case, he's gonna go to create your own login, and then this starts the 3-step process for creating that login. And I've seen like my bank did this recently, and it asked me to stop using my account number and to create my own login. So I had to go through something just like this. So the first thing is you can create your username if you have an idea of what you want that username to be, or you'll notice there's like a little checkbox here, and that says, or use my license number. However, as I mentioned previously, it is less secure. And then the next thing that you'll have to do is create your own password. And so the way that that's going to work is you need to create a password that includes a lowercase letter, an uppercase character, a number. So we have some, I went a little too far there. Sorry.
Okay.
Let me go back. So we have the little prompts for you. And as you create your password, a little green check will show up. And so, eventually, darn it, you want to get all green checks. And so Brandon has chosen the username TopGun21 because that gets him excited, and he's put in his new password. And then the final thing that he has to do is he also has to put in an email. That's going to be the email that we use for account verification and account recovery. And we recommend that this is a personal email. So perhaps not a professional email. We understand, sometimes people change offices, and we want this email to be one that stays with you. So he's put in his Gmail. What's going to happen is he's going to get a verification code sent to that email. And so when he checks his email, he's going to get something that looks like this and has the verification code 742891. And he types in that verification code, and then he's done. And we're at step 3 out of 3. There's actually on this page nothing to do other than click on the finish button. Click on the finish button and you're logged in. And then from that day forward, it's you'll go back to the pre-login page. It'll recognize you. You say log in, and your password can be saved in your browser. And so it should be just a simple tap, and you're in, but your account is now 100% secured.
Right. So you just one time, couple of steps, and then hey, that process, it's kind of set it and forget it. Right?
That's right, and that will make it easier on mobile devices, and it'll make it more secure for people.
That's fantastic. Sounds good. Sounds easy. Obviously secure. Tom, do you have any tips or tricks for as a trainer? I'm always thinking of things that we can.
Well, yeah. So there are a couple of things. One is this works when you have your browser cookies turned on. So you want to make sure that you're using a browser that's not in private browsing mode. If it's in private browsing mode, then we can't remember who you are, so we can't show you your picture. We can't pre-fill in your user ID. So we want to make sure that the cookies are there for this site. And then the other thing is to go ahead and bookmark the site. So the other day I was talking to a longtime agent, and they were having some login issues, and so we were watching him log in, and he actually went and typed in reil.com, and that is gosh, we haven't used REIL as an identity for a dozen years or more.
Maybe more than that. It's a long time.
Yeah. So so he was using this old way to log in that really, we're going to be supporting it for now, but I can't say that next year or the year after that we'll be supporting it. So now's as good a time as any to just bookmark pro.mlslistings.com and just use the bookmark and get in. And then the other tip is just, try to take some time. It should only take a few minutes and get this done. And that'll be great.
Excellent. Yeah. I mean, I went through the process. It is quick. It is easy. Once you're in, it's literally then you don't have to worry about getting in. It's click, which, I like. So, Tom, a few questions for you coming in, looking at the Q&A here.
Sure.
So, is there a deadline to do this? I mean, if I don't do this in the next week, am I going to miss out on this or?
There is, we'd really like people to do it by the end of the month. It will, you can wait till the beginning of July, I guess, but at some point, we'll probably start sending out notices that are like, hey,
Sure.
We noticed you haven't upgraded your account. Could you please do it? So.
Gotcha. Another one here, some good questions. What if they want to use, hey, I love Google and Facebook. Can I use both?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. So you can link your Facebook account and you can link your Google account. It's perfectly fine. You know what? I see one from Janina. she's asking, why do I have to enter my BRE number twice now for login? I'm going to bet, I'm going to put, a gift card at Starbucks down that she's probably using reil.com to log in. And if she goes to pro.mlslistings.com, then she won't have that problem anymore.
Gotcha. And I noticed one, is the change optional or mandatory? So kind of know what that down. So this would be an optional.
No, this is
where we're going, right?
Yeah, we're actually changing the underlying technology to make it more secure. So unfortunately, it's not one of those things that if you don't want to do it, it's still going to be okay, because it's like a community, and everybody's got to help keep the community secure, and one person can't leave their gate unlocked if everybody else is locking their gate, right?
Makes sense. This one, I'm not sure if you know what about logins for an assistant? Would they use the same information?
Well, an assistant should have their own login, and they should they should upgrade the same way.
Same process applies, right?
Yeah.
Fantastic. I think that covers it for most of the questions, and we can always, if they still have any other questions, to get back to them here. Tom, got any other? Well, actually, one good one here is before we wrap this up. Can we use another email aside from Google?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yahoo.
So for the account recovery email, it can be whatever personal email you have. In order to link your Google account, you have to have a Gmail account. But the recovery email can be any account that you have, continued access to.
Gotcha. Fantastic. All right. Well, I want to thank you for coming on today, and you did mention at the start, and I know it's going to be more toward the fall. Did you want to just really quickly say about, and that would be the Pro Portal site?
Yeah, so we've been working on an updated Pro Portal, and one of the things that we have heard is that it needs to be much simpler. It needs to be mobile friendly. There's way too many buttons. I have a different workflow than the guy across the office from me. I want to be able to customize and set up the portal my way. So the new Pro Portal is going to be designed with mobile devices in mind. It'll work on both, but it will be what we call a responsive design to work on a mobile. It's going to be customizable, so that the way it looks to you will be different than how I've set it up. And we're also making it so that when you log in, there's updated information right there. And if you think about it right now, when you log into the portal, you still have to click again to get to the matrix dashboard, to get to any usable information. And we want to put that right there as soon as you log in.
Excellent. And I imagine we'll be having a lot of communications out there as we go through the fall and
yeah. And I do see some questions around, but REIL is only 4 characters. A bookmark is just a tab. So if you just bookmark it, it's that'll save you a bunch of characters of typing over the course of a year.
Sure. Good advice. So, all right. Again, thanks, Tom. And I'm sure we'll see you again on a future episode as we get into the fall.
Anytime you want me back, I'm happy to come.
Fantastic. And we've got some, like I said, some videos on our YouTube on how to do that, what Tom's process is. So, we'll definitely have some resources to how to go through that and get that out of the way one time, and then you're set. Right.
Yeah.
So, fantastic. Okay. So we'll be, thanks, Tom. We'll be moving on to Jeff McBride in a minute here. And as Tom goes ahead out of there. And so we're going to be taking a look at the Pro Support Community site, which is pretty exciting. And I think Jeff's will be popping in here in a second. For those of you who don't know, Jeff McBride's our customer experience manager. And he does a great job for us. And so once he pops on, we're going to take a look here. We're also going to go ahead and with this whole knowledge base that comes with this pro support site, is try to stump it. And so if you can stump it, at that point in time, we'll put a few, take it right from Q&A randomly and see. And if you can stump it with a question, we're going to go ahead and give you a nice gift card to Starbucks there. So we'll have some fun with it. Jeff, there he is.
Hey, guys.
How you doing today?
I'm doing great, Dave. How are you?
Doing well. Thank you. Thank you for coming on. So, so Jeff, like I said, I'm going to pop into my DeLorean. We're going back in time for you. Right? By the way, I don't think there's any time travelers who would be stopping in the year 2020, but we're going to go back 4 years when you came on with MLS Listings, right?
Right, exactly.
And kind of tell us kind of what you saw and some of the difficulties where we're going from starting, why we're kind of moving to this new.
Okay. And for this demo, I'm going to share my screen. I think it was built in around 2008, and it is very, I guess you could say, basic.
Basic,
yeah. Really made for agents and brokers to get to frequently asked questions. It was a hub for customer support and for compliance and training to kind of put their video or put their knowledge-based articles and really kind of just a hub, as you will. So there are some drawbacks to this site, though. Very difficult to manage. So this site is one central content owner, really dated look and feel. So very hard to update the content on this page. So what we decided is that we should come up with a refresh site. So there we have it. And we are, the support team and I are very proud of this site. We've really put a lot of extra steps in here. And all of this information that's in the site is built off of answers from our subscribers, our brokers, our agents' questions.
Right. So we didn't just come up with we actually used, data. Hey, what are they asking? Calling in us about. And
what are they asking? What kind of questions can we solve if they use this site? So one of the first things that I'm going to point out here is this self-service search bar. Now this is a very powerful search bar that's connected to our knowledge base. And really, when I first started, I found that a lot that internally we had all these knowledge base articles that provided all this great information, but because our knowledge base wasn't connected to our old site, we couldn't get the information, the updated information over to our subscribers. So with that, we have connected the two. This site is built off of a Salesforce platform. And it is very slick and very powerful, and we can change this at any time. And the thing that I'm most proud about this self-service search is that any question you type here will link to any of the articles attached in this on this site. And I feel so strongly that I'm willing to bet a Starbucks card that our audience can't stump this knowledge base.
I tell you, we've got a smart audience out there.
I know we do, and let me tell you, they have a lot of great questions out there, and I'm sure I'm hoping that we do well here.
Okay.
So one quick thing I want to show you is, Dave, you ever experienced this? You ever go in and find out that maybe Realist is down, or one of our vendors are down for maybe a maintenance or something like that, and you don't really have much background? This little all system status bar here is going to tell you that all of our tools and all of our listing management, our matrix, our Paragon are all currently up right now. If they were to be down, we would wipe out this this carousel banner ad, and we'd put in the information of what's going on with that current event at that time.
Excellent.
Yeah. So in this bar up here, we put in a few links back to relevant pages. Like if you were a new user and you wanted to join MLS Listings, you just click on this button. If you wanted to get back to the pro homepage, you could click on this button. It'll take you right there. I'll use my little trainer button there. Also, if you have some direct feedback for us, go ahead and give it to us in this feedback link. It goes back to a little survey. You can put in your information, what you feel needs to be changed. It's all anonymous. So if people are a little, want to keep it anonymous, no problem there. And then we have back to .com search here. So
I tell you, aesthetically, right away, I am enjoying the site. So leap from where we came from here.
It really is a splash of colors. So one of the cool things I think is this that carousel banner. So what we've done is we've put some very just updated topics in here. So we have all of the COVID-19 resources. We have all of the shelter-in-place restrictions for all of our counties. And it's just a great place to kind of keep everybody on top of what's going on right now.
Excellent.
Yeah, so I'm going to click. So if you guys see, I click on the logo, but you can click on home. It'll take you back to the home page as well here. And we're going to jump right into the help. And if you guys remember Contact Us, this is kind of the new improved Contact Us. We have your form here where we can fill out all the information. We have our phone number, support hours, chat hours. And what we've put in this right-hand corner is a kind of a dynamic knowledge base. So any of the latest articles that are trending will come up at the top here. So what you'll see is, and this will be changing over time as people use this system, they can go in here and just take a look on the right-hand side, and chances are it could answer their question.
Gotcha. So if it's one of those hot topics, it's going to be right there.
Yeah. So forms, all the forms. I bet you've dealt with a lot of forms since you came from the compliance side.
That's right.
So so we have all of our forms over here, organized by membership, listing management, listing input. They're all PDF forms, so you can just pop right in and download it very safely.
Gotcha.
We have our training calendar with all of our events here. Also within the training calendar, we have some recorded trainings from the past too. So if you missed something, you can catch up on it here.
Fantastic. And you mentioned, I think rules and compliance. You mentioned, we have the actually the entire rules on this as well.
Yeah, and just before we get to that, I want to pop into on-demand training here because I think this is really cool. Now, Dave, earlier you mentioned videos. You mentioned the videos that are on YouTube. So what we have is we have in here all the basically all the knowledge base articles divided by section of products. So we have Matrix, Listing Management, Realist, Paragon. And so how we've done it is we've added the first name of the tool in the link, and then we've added video if there's a video linked to that tool. So for example, if you go into featured videos, you'll just see all the latest videos that we have here that are trending.
Awesome.
So back to your point about compliance. So tons of compliance information here, top articles, top featured articles, but really the big thing here is rules and regulations. And one of the things that we saw here was we have, these are very long pages of rules. How many would you say, Dave? How many pages?
I think we have about 50, probably 8 pages of rules. You know?
Yeah, they're quite a lot and kind of hard to digest. So what we've done is we've broken them into bite-sized sections.
Right.
And the really cool thing that we've done here is if you're reading this bite-sized section and you just want to, it's not what you're looking for, you can click on this link and it'll take you to the full set of rules.
Fantastic. And so Robert Samani's out there somewhere thanking you.
Yeah. So every one of these has a link to the PDF, so it's all right there for you. So MLS apps and tools, we just have a brief overview of all of our tools here. Nothing too fancy, but if you're looking at trying and Cloud MLX or something like that, and you want to make sure get an overview of what it does, maybe watch a video, it's all right here for you.
Everything's right here.
Yeah, everything is. So last but not least, we have data IDX. So all of your data questions can be answered here. MLSlistings data use policy, IDX display guidelines, authorized IDX website providers, all right here. And as always, if you have any questions that you don't see an answer to, go right to the self-service search, which brings us to our next part of the show. So some simple rules to this game. So contestants will submit MLS-related questions through the Q&A, and then we'll enter them right into the self-service bar. So do you have a test question so we can show the
Sure.
audience how it works?
Yeah. So so again, we're going to go ahead and try to stump the knowledge base here.
Yeah.
So put your questions in the Q&A. We're going to randomly just try to take the ones, and hopefully if you stump us, we're going to get a gift card. So how about, Jeff, how about I'll start with an easy one. Probably not going to stump it, but auto emails. Right?
Ooh, auto emails.
Right? I need some help, and it's midnight. What do you got, knowledge base?
So I will tell you that this is probably one of the most popular topics that people send to our team and ask them questions about how to set up. So we have two flavors. We have how to create your auto email on Rapatoni. We have Matrix quick tips, refine auto emails and listing video. That's all right here, how to set up an auto email. And maybe you don't like the videos. Maybe you just like to look at a step-by-step. We have it right here for you.
Nice. So it's got both style. And I notice it says video right next to it. So it tells you what kind of format it's in, right?
Absolutely.
And you choose. I know some they just like the more the screenshots. Others like the different. Everyone's got a different style of how they learn. And it gives you all the options, right? So
and we just want to try to help everybody out in the way that they feel comfortable learning.
Yeah, that's it. So you're being very kind to me, but I did not stump the knowledge base with auto.
Not this time.
Let's see. Let's take some from and see what we get here. So hold on one second here, and I'm going to go ahead and just take a look at some of these Q&As. And how about MLS areas?
Ooh, MLS areas.
What are they and where are they?
So MLS areas is an interesting one, and it could be quite controversial at times too. And I know that there's an article because I reviewed it in here. So MLS areas. So right here, LM areas and changes. So did not stump. But the funny thing about MLS areas is that these are enforced by the MLS, by us, but we don't decide where your listing gets to be put in that area. We work with the associations, and if we see something that needs to be changed, we work with them to change that borderline.
All right, let's see. MLS areas, always kind of come out. How about this one? I like. Who's on the MLS Listings board of directors?
Ooh,
that
is a good one because I don't know if that is in here. I think we might have a winner.
That could definitely be.
Clear cooperation. Yeah, this is not in here.
Okay, so that's
we got a winner.
I gotcha. So we're gonna have to get that. I think my producer hopefully has that email. So I'm not going to go name out who's winning who, but
okay.
Oh look, it was Jeff McBride who won up.
What? No, I'm busy over here.
So hey, that's what we want to do, and again, this whole knowledge space will be something that grows, right? As you mentioned, so it's always growing.
Yeah, and if you want to get to the board of directors, it's right over here. It's actually not in the knowledge base, but you can get to it here.
Let's see. Let's try. Let's see if we can get a couple, maybe one or two more winners here.
All right, let's do it.
How about let's see here. How to search for mobile homes?
Okay.
As you're putting it in there, let's see what else we have here.
Oh, there we go. How to search for mobile homes. Beautiful. Look at that. Very simple directions.
Very simple.
All right.
Let's see here. Okay. Let's see here. And some of these, let's see. I'm just trying to. Obviously, if they're too simple, like mine, auto emails, trying to avoid. But how about this one right here? And I want my own custom matrix display. Can I do that?
Custom matrix display. All right, let's take a look. Survey says, oh, how to create custom displays in Matrix. Look at that. Beautiful. This has some screenshots, makes it very simple to use.
Nice.
Yeah, very nice.
Hey, and it, you know, it really does have a vast knowledge base here. I mean, this is, like I said, how many years of?
So we've collected for 4 years, and then I think around December, January, I went through every single one of these articles and reviewed them to make sure that they were up to date. And mind you, you might find some that maybe aren't up to date with the screenshots, but the information is still pretty good, right?
Let's try this one here.
And also, just a quick shout out to our agents and brokers. If you find something that is out of date or doesn't work, let us know through the feedback button here, because if you let us know, we can fix it and, you know, and really get something that you can use or the next person can use.
Gotcha. Let's try this one here. How do I modify text notifications for auto emails?
Okay.
That's
modify text for I'm going to say that this is in here, because how to set up auto email, how to create an auto email from Rapatoni. Okay, that's not it. Quick tip, how to modify auto email criteria from Matrix.
okay.
Is that what we were looking for?
I think so. Yeah, it looks like how to modify the auto email, right?
Yeah.
This one was specifically for texting, how to modify text notifications for auto emails, and which is
that I don't know if it's contained in this video, so I'm gonna call that.
Give them a card.
Yeah, I'm gonna call that a win, because we don't have that specific.
Right, and mark that one down. That's 2.
Yeah, not looking good here.
No, it's. I mean, I know. I told you last time, Jeff. I had an agent and asked me if they could help. I could help out with auto emails coming from Rapatoni. And, you know, as a trainer, we know about 20 something different platforms, but you know, Rapatoni auto emails is not something I'm too good at. So I called you and I said, Jeff, you know, help me out here, because otherwise I'm going to be going through there doing screenshot, and you had it right here in your knowledge base.
Yeah, I was able to just shoot you over that link, and you know, explains everything step by step how to do it. So
fantastic. Look at one last one here.
Sure.
I've had a couple winners here. And let's see here. How about can I let's see, how to put property disclosures on a listing?
Okay. Okay, let's see what we got. How to pin a property on the map. How to search for properties. I don't think we got
one of these that might be in there, but we'd have to probably go in.
Well, I'm going to try it again here. I'm going to try it. I don't think we got the word disclosure in there, so let's try this. Aha! How to view disclosures. Yeah, I had a feeling it was in there. I just didn't see it. Adding disclosures to Doc Central. There's another article there.
You got it.
Like I said, very powerful.
Yeah, this is great, because I can see. I mean, obviously, like you said, agents work, you know, weekends, and work weird hours, and, you know, as a trainer, we can't always be there. And sometimes you're going to need that answer, and it might be at a weird time of night, or whenever it is. But, you know, this site should really benefit our subscribers.
Right. And just to bring it home, if you don't find what you're looking for, you can give us some feedback here, or chat with us, or come over here to the help box, fill out a form, or give us a call. I mean, we still support every which way that we always have. So
right. There's still that person. You can still call May. Absolutely. You can still talk to Eric. You can still talk to her. Right?
Yeah, Andy. Everyone is on site and, you know, waiting for your phone calls. So we're all still available. We just wanted to add one more, I guess, arrow to your quiver of support here. So
awesome. That is fantastic. So I guess we'll call it then. We got some couple of stumps, so that was good.
Yeah, that was great. That was great.
And so excellent. So thanks, Jeff. If you want to hang around for a second, we're going to do some basic Q&A.
I'd love to.
And this doesn't have to do with the knowledge; it could do with anything. But obviously, your wealth of knowledge here being. Let's see here. So I got some Q&A rolling in here, and when will the site go live? First off,
okay,
that's a good question. Is that next week?
Yeah, great question. So we're looking at June 16th.
June 16th.
So next Tuesday, I believe.
Tuesday. Okay, so it's not something that's down the line. It's here.
No, it's here. Yeah.
Fantastic. Let's see here. What are your hours for contact?
So Monday through Wednesday we're 8 to 6, and then on Thursday we're 8 to 4, and also Saturday 8 to 4, and then Friday 8 to 6.
Gotcha. So, and that's on our site as well, right?
Yep, that's in the help tab there.
Gotcha. But the knowledge base is going to be 24/7, right?
24/7, absolutely.
Fantastic. Let's see here. What will be the main info seen on banners? Are you going to do updates there? So that banner you showed, that nice carousel.
So we're going to leave the banners to the hands of our communication team. So they're going to be able to put anything that's upcoming, any alerts that people need to know about. We're going to really leave it up to them, and they're going to manage that whole piece. So, anything that is going to be able to help our brokers
that affects our subscriber, it's a hot topic, that kind of a thing, right? And that usually is the way it goes. Usually the community kind of dictates what needs to be on a lot of time.
Sure, absolutely.
And then sometimes if we have new products, of course, but.
Oh yeah. It'll be a great spot for that. You can click in and watch a video or, walk through a demonstration. Yeah.
And we've talked about, obviously you can find videos on the site. One question we had is, are we going to have some tutorials or training videos on using the site?
I hadn't thought of that. I think we are working on one. I don't know when it's going to be live, but it should be, we will have one coming up. Yeah.
So we'll have, I figure we'll definitely have a video, a little quick how to use, right?
Sure.
It looks very user-friendly, but we'll definitely have something, right?
For sure.
Let's see here. Do we have anything else here? So we got videos. We'll wrap up with maybe one or two questions. We have them. Otherwise, it's been thanks for coming on, Jeff, and showing everybody that.
Thank you for having me.
That looks pretty much it for the Q&A. One thing I want to say to everybody, thanks for watching. And also, if you have any ideas for a future show, for our next MLS Live show, these kind of things, let us know. Let us know. So we're trying to bring topics. Last MLS Live we had Elliot Eisenberg, which is a big hit. And trying to get you different vendors, different things. But if you got an idea, send it on over to us. You can send it to support or send it to ProDev. One way or the other, we'll get it. And those are really easy. Support at MLSlistings.com. ProDev, PRODEV at MLSlistings.com. Those are all the trainers. And let us know if you want a certain topic. And we'll go out there and try to get that done for the next live show or the one after that. So thanks again for everybody tuning in. Jeff McBride, Tom Duretso, all our MLS Listings subscribers. Again, I'm Dave Schooler filling in for Mark Messimer today, and hope to see you guys in a couple of weeks, and we'll have a new show with some new content. Should be good. So, all right, signing off. Thanks again, everybody.